It's Friday morning, payday. You check your bank account, $3,720 just deposited. And for about 3 hours, you feel okay. You feel solvent. You got money. Then it starts. Rent auto pays, $1,600. Gone. You're at $2,120. Car payment processes, $445. Down to $1,675. Student loan withdrawal, $310. Down to $1,365. Credit card minimum payment, $125, down to $1,240. Insurance premium, $185, down to $1,055. And it's still Friday. By noon, your paycheck went from $3,720 to $1,055. You haven't bought gas, you haven't bought groceries, you haven't done anything. Just automated payments executing in sequence. And here's what you're thinking. I make $62,000 a year. That's decent money. Why does my paycheck disappear before I can even think about using it? And there's this realization, slow, uncomfortable, that your paycheck isn't designed to accumulate in your account. It's designed to pass through, to arrive on Friday and be mostly gone by Monday. And that's not an accident. My name's Peter, and if you've ever wondered why your money disappears so fast you barely see it, and you want to understand how the financial system is engineered to capture your paycheck before you can build any wealth with it, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because the timing of bills, the structure of payment schedules, the entire apparatus around how money moves in and out of your account, it's designed to benefit everyone except you. So let's start with what actually happens to your paycheck in the first 72 hours after it hits your account. You make $62,000 annually. After taxes, you take home $3,720 monthly. That hits your account on the last Friday of the month. Here's the sequence of what happens. Friday, 8 a.m., paycheck deposits. Balance, $3,720. Friday, 9:15 a.m., rent auto pays. Landlords and property management companies deliberately schedule rent for the first of the month because they know that's when most people get paid. They're extracting money while it's fresh. Balance, $2,120. Friday, 10:30 a.m., car payment processes. Banks and auto lenders time this for right after payday for the same reason. Balance, $1,675. Friday, 11:45 a.m., student loan servicers. Same thing. They know when you get paid. Balance, $1,365. Friday, 1 p.m., credit card minimum payment auto withdraws. Balance, $1,240. Friday, 2:30 p.m., insurance premium. Balance, $1,055. By Friday evening, the same day you got paid, $2,665 has left your account automatically. You didn't make any decisions. You didn't buy anything. The money just transferred from your account to landlords, banks, lenders, insurance companies. Then the weekend. You need groceries, $140. You need gas, $60. You go out once, $75. Normal life expenses. You're down to $780 by Monday morning. Tuesday, your phone bill hits, $95, down to $685. Wednesday, utilities and internet, $135, down to $550. Thursday, you're at the store. You need household items, toiletries, basic stuff, $80. You're at $470. It's Thursday, 6 days after payday. You started with $3,720. You've got $470 left, and payday isn't for another 3 weeks. Most people think this is just how life works. You get paid, bills come out, you're left with whatever's left. That's normal. That's being an adult. That's not normal. That's engineered. Here's what most people don't understand. The timing of when bills are due isn't random. It's strategic. And it's strategic in a way that benefits lenders and service providers, not you. Think about it. Why does rent come due on the 1st? Why do most loan payments process in the first week of the month? Why do insurance premiums hit right after payday? Because companies know that if they wait until you've had your paycheck for 2 weeks, you might not have enough left to pay them. But if they extract on day 1, before you spend it on anything else, they get paid first, guaranteed. This is called payment sequencing, and and it's designed to ensure that your obligations to banks and lenders get satisfied before you can use your money for anything else, including saving or investing. And here's the mechanism that makes this particularly effective: automated payments. You set them up once, thinking you're being responsible, making sure you never miss a payment, good credit score management. But what you actually did was give permission for money to leave your account automatically. You gave up control, and now every payday, money flows out of your account in a sequence you set up months or years ago and probably don't even remember. You're not making a decision each month to pay rent first, then the car, then student loans, then insurance. The system makes those decisions for you, and the system prioritizes extracting money from you as quickly as possible. There's a reason banks and lenders push autopay so aggressively. They offer discounts for it, they send reminders to set it up, they make it frictionless. Not because it's convenient for you, because it's profitable for them. Because automated payments ensure they get paid before you even see the money. And here's what this does to your psychology. You stop thinking of your paycheck as money you have. You start thinking of it as money that's already allocated, already spoken for. You get paid $3,720, and you don't think, I have $3,720. You think, I've got about $500 after everything is paid. Your brain adjusts. The full number stops being real. Only the remainder feels like actual money you can use. And that mental shift is exactly what keeps you from building wealth. Because you never see the full number. You never hold $3,720 and think, what should I do with this? You just watch it drain automatically and think, I've got $470 to get through the next 3 weeks. Let's look at what this costs you over a year when your money is constantly flowing out instead of accumulating. Your paycheck, $3,720 monthly, $44,640 annually. Your automated payments that hit in the first week, $2,665 monthly, $31,980 annually. That means $31,980 of your annual income is pre-committed to extraction within days of receiving it. You're living on the $12,660 that remains after all the automated obligations are satisfied. And here's what happens. Because you're living on $12,660 with no buffer, when unexpected expenses hit, they go on credit cards. Car repair? Credit card. Medical bill? Credit card. Anything? Credit card. Over a year, you put about $2,400 in unexpected expenses on credit cards. At 22% interest, if you pay minimums, that's $440 in interest annually. Over 10 years, that's $4,400 just in interest payments to manage cash flow gaps created by the payment sequencing system. Now here's what would happen if you restructured when things got paid. Same income, same expenses, different timing. Instead of everything hitting in the first week, you spread it out. Rent, first of the month. Car payment, 7th. Student loans, 14th. Insurance, 21st. Credit card, 28th. Now your paycheck doesn't disappear immediately. You've got $2,055 remaining after rent instead of $1,055. You can buy groceries, gas, handle small expenses from actual cash flow instead of credit cards. When the car payment hits on the 7th, you've got $1,610 left, still manageable. When student loans hit on the 14th, you've got $1,300. When insurance hits on the 21st, you've got $1,115. You make it to the 28th with actual money in your account. Over a year, this timing difference means you put maybe $400 on credit cards instead of $2,400. You pay $75 in interest instead of $440. Over 10 years, that's $3,650 saved just by changing when payments process. Same money, same bills, different timing, completely different financial reality. And here's why banks and lenders don't want you to do this. Because when you have money in your account, you might save it, you might invest it, you might build wealth. And wealth reduces your dependency on credit. It reduces the interest they can extract from you. They want you living paycheck to paycheck. They want your account hitting near zero by Thursday, because that keeps you using credit cards, taking out loans, staying in the system that generates profit for them. You're lying in bed, Wednesday night, You're thinking about your bank account again. It's 5 days after payday and you've got $520 left. 3 weeks until the next paycheck. You're doing mental math. You need $180 for gas to get through the month. You need groceries, probably $300 if you're careful. That's $480. You've got $520. $40 margin for 3 weeks. And that tightness in your chest. It's not about being broke. You have a job. You make decent money. It's about the system. About how your money disappears before you can make any decisions with it. About how you're always stretched thin despite making $62,000. The system isn't designed to give you breathing room. It's designed to extract as much as possible, as quickly as possible. And you're playing by rules you didn't write and probably don't fully understand. So here's how people who actually build wealth think about paycheck timing and payment sequencing. They don't let companies decide when to take their money. They manually control when every single payment happens. No autopay for anything, except maybe rent if the landlord requires it. When their paycheck hits, they decide what needs to be paid this week. They log in, they manually transfer rent, they manually schedule car payment for the 15th, they manually pay the credit card on the 20th. And here's what that does. It forces them to look at every payment, to see every dollar leaving, to make a conscious decision about timing and cash flow. Most people think that sounds like more work, and it is. It's 5 minutes on payday to manually schedule everything. But that 5 minutes of work gives them control, and control means they can optimize timing to keep money in their account longer. And when money stays in your account longer, you see it. You watch the balance. You become aware of how much you actually have versus how much is already committed. And that awareness changes behavior. Instead of thinking, I have $470 after bills, you think, I have $2,055 after rent, and I need to keep $1,585 available for bills coming up later this month. Different framing, different psychology, different relationship with your money. And here's what becomes possible. When you've got $2,055 in your account instead of $470, and an unexpected $200 expense hits, you handle it from cash flow. No credit card, no interest, no debt spiral. Over a year, that's thousands of dollars in interest avoided. Over a decade, that's tens of thousands, just from controlling when money leaves your account instead of letting companies control it for you. Now, let me be clear about something. This doesn't solve income problems. If you're making $35,000 and your fixed expenses are $36,000, timing doesn't fix that. That's a math problem that requires either more income or lower expenses. But for most people making $50,000 to $80,000, the problem isn't total income. It's cash flow timing. It's having all their money extracted immediately, leaving them to survive on what's left instead of managing their full paycheck strategically. And the financial system is designed to maintain that extraction pattern, because broke people on payday are profitable. People with cash flow management are not. So here's the thing about how banks designed your paycheck to disappear by Thursday. They didn't literally design your paycheck. They designed the system around your paycheck, the timing of when bills are due, the push for autopay, the fee structures that penalize late payment, the entire apparatus that makes it feel responsible to let money auto-withdraw immediately. And that system ensures that most people never hold their money long enough to do anything strategic with it. It just passes through, from employer to bank account to landlords to lenders. You're not managing money, you're facilitating transfers, but you can opt out of that system. You can manually control every payment. You can spread timing to maintain cash flow. You can force yourself to see and approve every dollar that leaves. It's more work. It's 5 minutes every payday instead of 0, but those 5 minutes give you control. And control is what separates people who build wealth from people who facilitate it for others. If you want to see exactly how this same system tricks you into expanding your lifestyle the moment you actually start making more money, and why your $90,000 salary feels exactly like $30,000, click the video on your screen right now. Stop facilitating transfers for banks and start building your freedom. I'll see you there.